Next clip is a little creepy, little weird, but it's robotics which can essentially attach to a person. So I mean, very kind of connected to the last topic in many ways, but these are robot arms basically. I don't really know how else to describe it, but they connect to a person, and the idea is you'll be able to control them using your thoughts. Right now, you have to use like a controller, so it's not quite as exciting. But when you like link in Neuralink and you have like a brain chip, which can, I mean, you can already get a prosthetic arm if you're like a soldier and you're wounded, or if you're born, missing a limb, you can have a fake arm put on, and it can be controlled by you thinking, and it will be able to grip and be able to grab things and that sort of thing. And that's being done at the moment, and we've talked about that on the podcast and shared and reviewed examples of that type of technology. This is like going a little bit beyond that and going, hey, you don't need to have your limb missing. We can just attach, extra arms to you. It really reminds me of that Spider-Man guy with the what's he called, Dr. Octopus or something? And he has like multiple extra arms. But I mean, like an interesting one. This was sent to me on Twitter by somebody. If you enjoy the podcast and want to send me clips on Twitter, we'll put my handle on the screen right now. But what's your take, Joe, when you see like robot arms?
Yeah, it was quite creepy. Especially, I also thought of the Dr. Octopus villain. I don't really. What's the use case of that?
I guess you'll be able to do more. You'll be able to do the washing up with one arm, and whilst you're typing on the other arms, whilst you're, making dinner with the other arm.
But if we have the ability to create arms that you can control, why would you not just create a robot that can do the task for you?
Exactly.
Maybe it's easier to create the arms, but how are you able to control them so well? I guess that seems more difficult than creating a robot that does it almost.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I mean, like, is it a problem worth solving in many ways? I think it's just like it looks really cool and it gets headlines and it looks interesting, but I don't know if the use cases will be there.
But I guess you could wonder, are there other things that you could add on? I don't know. Can you add on like extra legs and you move really fast or something? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's something, but
like we'll get body upgrades. Like, why would you want to have this arm if you can have an arm where you can reach across the room and grab that water, or you can have legs where you can jump 10 times as high or run twice as fast? Or have we have artificial hearts. We have different organs and body parts replaced. Are we going to get artificial brains? Are we going to get different? Are we going to be humans? Are we going to be cyborgs or a hybrid in between? Right. What's your view, John, on that clip?
This is the technology that most excited me, actually. And I was just thinking about the thing that I was always told by family when I was young. I've only got one set of hands.
Sure, yeah. Right now you do, anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. And what I was actually thinking about that is whether it was attached to the body or not attached to the body. It means that you can, in your brain, be able to get, with robots, get a lot more done. So in the kitchen, you literally could think, all right, you wash up, you clear up, you cut the vegetables, or I've now got, from my mind, I see a wall and I can get 10 robots to build that wall. Yeah. As opposed to
construction
just one.
is a good use case, right? But in theory,
in theory, but this idea that it's the input to that is coming from the mind, not a keyboard, not voice, but we've actually got that it's just coming from the mind, and that mind can get converted into mechanical actions of a robot. To me, is very exciting. Yeah, terrible for the construction industry, maybe for the amount of people or the kitchen, but that's where I see the future.
Yeah, I get what you said a minute ago, Joe, about how we could just have robots doing these things, right? We have Boston Dynamics and like Atlas and Spot, and those robots are amazing. Elon's entering the robotics world with the Tesla bot, and they're getting scarily good very, very quickly. So maybe everyone will just have a robot at home doing these tasks for them. But I don't think it's a question of like this or this. It's probably a question of like this and this. Like, we'll have the robots and we'll also have the arms because it's cool. Yeah. If you guys had to, had the choice of having these and using them, would you want to sign up to have, this kind of tech? I mean, I guess it's not like actually like welded into you. You can it's like a backpack. You can take it off and on. But would you want to use it? Or do you think it's more of a gimmick? Or like or another way of saying that would be, do you think this could catch on mainstream, or do you think it will just be like a toy? What do you think, Joe?
Personally, I think the only use is if you want to cosplay weird like aliens or something. But otherwise, yeah, I can't see why you'd use it.
Okay, and you sound perhaps of the opposite opinion, but or maybe not. What do you think, John?
I like the idea of it if it will work, from using your something connected to your mind to be the input into the instructions.
Yeah,
that's what I like. As the idea. Would I like it? Probably not, but I do like the idea of I can just have something to say, right now 10 of you build me the wall.
Yeah. Sounds like a Donald Trump slogan. Like get all these.
Very bad. I should use a better analogy. I don't want before anyone starts thinking I've got a MAGA hat. Build an AI image of me in a MAGA hat.
It's already done. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, weird one to track, and I guess we'll probably do more segments about this one in the future. But yeah, interesting. We do a lot of stories about robots. I haven't quite seen that type of use case yet.